Happy birthday to the Bullet Club. Happy birthday to the Bullet Club. Oh my gosh, Bullet Club things took place this morning. If you're not familiar, if you're not aware, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestling Dontaku 2022 just took place this morning. Shit, a few hours ago, fresh few hours ago. And if you don't know who we are, if this is your first time checking us out, we're the Almighty SOS Wrestling Network. Be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm the Puresu Fly God. I am Stardust Shiyaku. Still a line from a very, very popular man right now, the number one asset in this podcasting business. So yeah, let's go ahead and break it down, man. We had New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestling Dontaku 2022, excuse me. Goddamn, where am I at? Took place in the Fukuoka Dome, aka the Pei Dome right here. We had 6 big title matches, my man, my ladies, everybody, my human beings. Let's go ahead and get into this card. We had an attendance of 8,162 people. Pretty impressive given the circumstances, but here in a little while, I think those attendance numbers will start to increase. And your boy here will be very, very pleased and be very, very happy to see New Japan have full dome show. So let's get into the show. I believe we have 8 matches to cover right here. To be actually 9 matches to cover. So let's get into these bad boys right here. First match on the show, it was Los Ingobernables de Japón's King of Pro Wrestling 2022 Provisional Trophy holder, Shingo Takagi, the Jet Black Death Mask himself, Bushi, and X taking on Suzuki Gun's trio of Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, and Taka Michinoku right here. So it turns out that the mystery partner, if you're not aware, was supposed to be Tatsumi Fujinami, but he contracted the CV, and he was having to be replaced by an individual under the name of X, which that's how New Japan does things. They don't have a question mark, they use X. So who was X? Who was the person that would be the third man for the LIJ team? It was none other than the legendary New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, legendary Junior Heavyweight figure. Shiro Koshinaka was the teammate for Shingo Takagi and Bushi, and Shingo Takagi and Bushi actually was not able to, take up the weight from missing Tatsumi Fujinami. And Shiro Koshinaka is not a bad wrestler, but maybe that kind of caused them to not gel as well, and which actually had them taking an L to Suzuki Gun. Taichi got the victory over Shingo Takagi with the Taichi style ghetto clutch. This is a little over 10 minutes right here, and it keeps Taichi strong and a viable challenger for that KOPW trophy. So I'm fine with him getting a victory over Shingo Takagi. And plus, something like that, when you see it, it's pretty unexpected. You expect a guy like Taka Michinoku, I don't want to say a guy, but you expect Taka Michinoku to take the L in this match right here, considering where he's positioned on the card. But Shingo takes the pinfall, man, and I think we're off to a very, very hot start right here. Next match, you get our first singles match of the show. We have the ticking time bomb Hiromu Takahashi versus Chaos representative Direct Drive Master himself. Yo, right here, we get Hiromu Takahashi putting away in about a hair under 10 minutes, 9 minutes and 59 seconds to be exact. This is a banger, man. This is pretty much a very, very fast sprint, and I enjoyed this whole thing. And this storyline, what it does is, I think Yo was a strong candidate he's honestly a strong candidate to win Best of the Super Junior right here. So you maybe put that in doubt with having him take an L to Hiromu Takahashi. So, and Hiromu's always going to be a viable candidate to win that tournament. And we'll talk about that tournament later when we get to that. But yeah, he's always a viable candidate to win this Best of the Super Junior. So let Yo get his first, the chance to get his W in that tournament. So I'm not saying he's going to win the tournament, but let him go pretty far, and I think this was going to happen when we get that. But in the meantime, in between time, ladies and gentlemen, this match was very enjoyable. I enjoyed this match so much. So check it out if you get the chance. Next, we have another special singles match right here. Moving on up the card, we have Tanga Loa representing the Guerrillas of Destiny, taking on Yujiro Takahashi, representing not the United Empire, but representing the House of Torture and Bullet Club right here. And we get Tanga Loa getting the victory around 11 minutes. Almost 12 minutes. He got it with the ape shit right here. I didn't have I don't want to say the most loftiest expectations of this match. This match was enjoyable. I actually am fans of both of these guys' work. Tanga Loa has been vastly improved since he's come over to New Japan Pro Wrestling back in 2016. And Yujiro Takahashi, for lack of a better term or statement or whatever, he doesn't get the credit as being a solid hand that he is, because not everybody can be the Shuyaku or the star. You sometimes need solid hands, and that's what that's what Yujiro Takahashi is to me. So played his part well right here. He was maybe pretty much the first stepping stone as far as God getting back at the House of Torture / Bullet Club. So Tonga Loa against the victory right here. I'm not upset at that. Like I said, I like both guys. So, and it dictates to the story that Tonga Loa gets the victory. So next match, we had our first title match on the show. For the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles, we had the champions Raizuki Taguchi, Master Wato, aka otherwise known as 6 and/or 9, taking on the Suzuki Gun tandem of a Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Doki right here. This match went about a little over 9 minutes right here. We got the victory via roll-up. Taguchi rolled up Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And I thought I was maybe expecting a little bit more out of this match. This match is okay. It was fine. I don't think it was given enough time. I think it probably should have been given 2-3 more minutes extra. But we got 6 or 9 retaining the titles right here. And these titles are probably one of the most directionless titles in New Japan right now, because you can even say with the heavyweight tag team championships, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit, that they have a little bit more of a direction than the junior heavyweight. I don't know who's challenging next. I guess maybe Ishimori and El Phantasmo, but they just challenged and they just lost. So I don't know. You could get a United Empire team of Akira Francesco and TJP maybe challenging these guys, which actually gives some revitalization to the junior heavyweight tag division, some new blood, if you will. So I'm gonna throw my name in that. I think Akira Francesco and I think TJP will be the ones to eventually challenge for those junior heavyweight tag team belts and eventually win them. So, but until we get there, we got 6 and/or 9 as our tag team champions. Not too upset with that, but it is what it is. The division right now is probably not the strongest it's been. So, excuse me, moving on up the card. For the heavyweight tag team titles, we have a 3-way right here. Looks like we have the champions. United Empire, that being Jeff Cobb and Great Khan, taking on the former champions, that being Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto, taking on the Bullet Club challengers of Padlock Fale, Chase Owens right here. So this match, if you listen to my prediction show, coming into this, you know that I had United Empire winning this match because I felt that they needed to retain. I felt like they just won the belts 22 seconds ago. So I thought that would probably 22 seconds ago, 22 days ago. I don't know where my mind was at right here. They just won those belts 22 days ago. So I thought there was safe money in these guys retaining right here. Yeah, man, it was just something that I thought that it was that we would have a current champion. So it's just, yeah, man, we get the Bullet Club getting a victory right here and we have new tag team champions. To my surprise, they got the victory with the rocket launcher elbow right here. The duo won the titles for the first time. Like I said, this ends the United Empire's reign at only 22 days after winning the titles back at Hyper Battle on April 9th here, a couple like last month. So yeah, man, I just thought it was maybe too soon for them to win the titles, but it is what it is because it kind of keeps the heavyweight tag team division fresh. You never know what's going to happen. There might be title changes every show now. So another title match coming down. Last 4 matches or title matches here from this point. We have for the Never Openweight Championship, we have the challenger Tama Tonga attempting to wrestle away the Never Openweight title from the man who pretty much ousted him from Bullet Club, or helped oust him from Bullet Club. He's 1/4 of the House of Torture, 1/3 of the Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions. Member of Bullet Club, we have the King of Darkness, Evil, right here. Tama defeats him with the gun stun. He gets the victory in about 13 minutes and 25 seconds right here. I actually enjoyed this match. I thought these guys meshed really well. I like Tama. I like Evil. But the crux of this is what happened post-match. So post-match, we get Jado, we get Tama Tonga celebrating his title victory, his first title that he's ever won New Japan, singularly anyway, his first singles title. Then we get some familiar faces coming down to the ring and start attacking Tama Tonga and Jado. So we get the team of the Good Brothers, better known as the Gorillas, not the Gorillas of Desi, better known as Good Brothers, excuse me, I misspoke right here, attacking Jado, attacking Tama Tonga. Machine Gun Carl Anderson stakes claim to be the next challenger for the Never Openweight Championship right here. So we're getting the Good Brothers back in Japan, which is a very, 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 very exciting time. I thought that was a very good touch. It's just weird to see them back in a cerulean blue. I just like, damn, it's been so crazy not seeing them here. And now that they're back, it's just really fucking weird, man. So we're going to get Machine Gun Carl Anderson challenging for the Never Openweight Championship. Yeah. Next we got for the for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Because we have the 91st champion, El Desperado, attempting to defend the title against former champion, former two-time champion in his own right, Taiji Ishimori. Taiji Ishimori submits him to the bone lock right here, becomes a new champion. And that's not bad. El Desperado has had a low-key mini monopoly on the junior heavyweight title since he won it. He's had like a 6-month reign. He's pretty much been I say for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, well, since 2021 anyway. He's been pretty much the junior heavyweight ace since when Hiromu was out from the injury, when him beating Hiromu. He's pretty much, for the lack of a better term, been the ace of that division. So having him drop the belt to Taiji Ishimori right here is a good look. Taiji Ishimori is a credible threat on any night, and he proved that right here. I enjoyed this match right here, and I think it did enough to make Ishimori keep him relevant, because I think if you would have maybe, you would have, I don't know, it's kind of weird to say you would have almost straight on the lines of making Ishimori not be relevant if he would have lost here. So I'm glad he got the victory. Like I said, it was around a little under 15 minutes. Title change. Solid fucking match right here. And it kind of, El Desperado was definitely one of the favorites to win the BSOJ here coming up at next month. So taking the belt off of him, that kind of frees him up to win it. So that's just kind of something we should all keep our eyes on. Next match we have here coming up, we have for the vacant IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship right here. We have neither one of these guys are champions, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Tomohiro Ishii right here. This is Tanahashi. He gets the victory with the high fly flow. Second reign with the title, I believe. This was a fucking amazing match right here. These guys were doing each other's spots, doing each other's, greatest hits, man. Tomohiro Ishii also teased the move back in G1 Climax 23 where he was going to hit him with the Ishii Driller. I kind of was like, ooh, when that spot happened, but he wasn't able to pull it off. Tanahashi gets the victory, celebrating the ring. Then we get Chase Owens coming down to the ring to pretty much talk about last year's G1 Climax when he defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi. And then he's pretty much, because he just as fresh as the new heavyweight tag champ. So he's just pretty much telling him, yeah, I beat you in G1, but I'm not challenging for that title. You know why? Because I don't care about that title. But when he's talking, there's an individual who comes into the ring. He has a vest on. It's clearly a Bullet Club vest. He has on a ski mask. Can't really make out, facial, features. Lays Tanahashi out. And what move does he lay Tanahashi out with? Move known by the name of Pulp Friction right here. So we get the reveal of Juice Robinson is now the latest member of Bullet Club, man. And I'm going to say I was kind of shocked right here. I was kind of shocked a little bit. And I saw, some people on Twitter being like, well, I kind of already knew Juice Robinson was going to be the member of Bullet Club and all this stuff. I had people on the inside. And I'm like, yeah, that's good and all, but why not be genuinely surprised? I hate that we've come to this era to where it's like, oh, I have to be the first person to know something. I have to be the first person to break this news, and you can't surprise me with anything. Me as a person who's watched pro wrestling for the majority of his life, I love when pro wrestling surprises me because it tells me that I don't know everything, and it circumvents my expectations. And it also pretty much teaches me something new. So I'm not, even though I do kind of go into it that lens, I kind of know everything mostly, but I'm not the type to where I don't want to be surprised. If there's a surprise, I kind of want to be surprised, man, because this far along in my pro wrestling, I feel like it's very hard to surprise me. And having Juice Robinson be on Bullet Club surprised me. I didn't look at any spoilers, any dirt sheets, any of that. I don't even look at dirt sheets nowadays because I don't need to. I don't have to. I'd rather be genuinely surprised. I don't need to know what's going on in the back, man. That's for shit when I was like in middle school, high school, whatever. That's neither here nor there. But I was genuinely surprised that Juice Robinson was the guy to be in the Bullet Club right here. And he stakes claim to challenge for the U.S. heavyweight title. He's flipping off Tanahashi, hits him with the Pulp Friction. And yeah, that's a different direction for Juice Robinson. So kudos to him, man, switching that character up. The biker look, I think, the biker style, that biker Michael Liker that Juice Robinson has become, it really works for Juice. And he has major unfinished business with the U.S. title. So I think that's fine. I'm okay with it. Some people might think it's Juice Robinson joining the Bullet Club, but sometimes you get corrupted, man. Sometimes, you cannot be uncorruptible, as some would say. So next, we have the main event of the show. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Kazuchika Okada attempting to make his fourth defense, or is it his fifth? I'm not sure at this point. I think it's his fourth. Taking on El Ingobernable, Tetsuya Naito right here. These guys, I think they're capable of having a bad match, man. It was another amazing classic right here. And literally the difference was you got Naito going for the same move in the Stardust Press, and you have Okada switching it up, adding new moves to his repertoire, and that was ultimately what he did to put Naito away here. He used he used the landslide, he used the Cobra Twist, the Cobra Twist into the landslide, excuse me, to put Naito away. And yes, it's like, where does Tetsuya Naito go from here, dude? I don't know, man. Like, I thought this was his ticket to get to the Dome, but I guess he can still find. I mean, it's not far away. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. He still can find a way to get there, but for the meantime, between time, he's gonna have to put a backseat on that hope and that dream. So Okada retains another great match that these guys always have, but we get someone interrupting him, someone who hasn't been in Japan in almost a full calendar year. We get the Switchblade Jay White, King Switch, the number one asset in pro wrestling, coming out to confront Kazuchika Okada. He takes the mic. Okada's like, nah, bro. He takes the mic from Jay White and he just holds the belt up. Jay White, attacks him. He gets hit with the Blade Runner. Then we get the rest of Bullet Club coming out. This is pretty much Bullet Club's birthday, because if you're not aware, 9 years ago, the Bullet Club was formed at Wrestling Dontaku. So it's kind of like it's like a resurgence, if you will. Bullet Club's looking stronger than ever right now. And I know you gotta have people like, oh, well, that's been dead, all that stuff. Well, look, man, Bullet Club's been around for longer than some promotions, and that's crazy when you think about it. But if they can keep switching up and reinventing themselves, why not keep them around? Because that's what they keep doing. They'll add, if they need to, they'll get rid of members, they'll add a new leader, they'll add, they'll spice it up with Bullet Club. So at least can give New Japan that as keeping this Bullet Club train rolling as long as it's been rolling. So yeah, Wrestling Dontaku, definitely go out of your way to check this out. Solid fucking show, man. More than solid. This like I was seeing on people saying on Twitter, this is like the first show in people's minds that makes them feel like actual New Japan. So if you remember that feeling, if you want to restore that feeling, check this show out, man. You'll enjoy it immensely. So I'm signing out, man. You know I am. Blunt Naito, aka Pro Wrestling Fly God, aka Stardust Shiaku, representing SOS Wrestling Network. Be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Price subscription, as we all know, is $3.99. You could have been in anywhere in the world, but you chose to come here with us and check us out. We appreciate that. So, holla at y'all later. I am signing off. Toodle Pimpington. Adios.